Okay, so I wanted to try something, being that I've had this running, this video is half hour after the last one. So now that I've had it running, I've multimetered it. On my multimeter, it says 14.3, 14.4. That's what you want when the car is running. So, by logic, if I shut this off now, it should start right back up again. But this thing is still laboring. Watch this. It shouldn't take it and shouldn't labor that hard to start. Ooh, now you got smoke coming up from underneath your hood. I don't know if that's showing up on the camera. You got a lot of smoke showing up under your hood. I don't know if you've had that before. If that's like an oil spill or something. Huh, that was kind of wild. I'm going to try this again. Okay, so yeah, this thing is really, really laboring to start, even when it's fully charged. I know the battery's fully charged now, and it's still really having a hard time cranking. So I'm leaning either one of three things. Either a major draw, which is drawing massive electricity, but that wouldn't make sense because I can shut it off and wait 10 seconds and restart it and it's doing it. A major draw shouldn't affect it in 10 seconds. So that's very, very low on the list. Next would be alternator. When you crank the battery, the alternator is supposed to work in conjunction to prop that battery up. If an alternator is bad or on its way out, it can do that where the battery is doing all the work instead of being assisted by the alternator. But the other end of that is it doesn't make sense is once it's running, the alternator is doing its job because it can watch the voltage jump up from 12.6 to 14.3 or 14.4. That suggests that the alternator is working. However, internally in the alternator, there's a voltage regulator that could be going out, and that's meant more, I think, for the cranking. When you first turn your key on, you're putting a heavy electrical load on your battery. And so the alternator, which is the other part of the charging system, is supposed to assist it and help kind of lift it up. And that voltage regulator, if it's bad, it's going to make the battery do all the work. And then once it's running, the other aspects of the alternator take over and they're working. Then the third thing that I would think would be starter, that maybe the starter is just going bad and really, really laboring. But I would tend to think that the starter, if it was bad, when I go to start it and it does that before it starts, that kind of slow sound, that can be a starter that's going bad, but they'll tend to just keep on petering out. It'll just kind of whine itself down until it just doesn't start. So I'm going to look online and see what the likelihood of those three are on this, and then let you know.